These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Mike 54. Ready? Check 9, check 9. Hey! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 8, 8! Watch it. Back. What is
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey! Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, man.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Greg. Mike 5-4, Mike 5. 8. Hey, pick your game up.
The shotgun snap for Newton. It's caught. Smith. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Well, he did what he's... known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Check 52. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 59. I'm here all day.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. A big nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. 16 yards, a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Undercrush. Great. Let's go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's get the ball.
Again, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Check.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Here we go, 46, 46. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. 46.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen.
Prescott from the gun. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
1st down, Cowboys.
Here we go, 4-8. Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone, you got 4 down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 50, check 50. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Great, great, great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I got it. Check.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Great, great. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Newton now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ready, check, Mike, 54. 8. All day, dog. Check. Check. You won't take.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gun.
Operating from the gun. Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
McCaffrey following the penalty. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing is Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And avoids the contact by sliding. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Tackles. 20.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. forced out to his left. He can run for it. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Newton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now Cam, option left. And an alley to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Single. Eyes on 81. Coming to you.
Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On first down, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the red zone now, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 20. Newton going to hand it off to to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have now moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And that looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Prescott to throw it. Incomplete. Keelan Cole the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 54. Hey! What we got? What we got?
Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Greg! Right there. 54, right there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
He's coming.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
1. 54. You can't block me. 8. Take 4.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go. Ready? Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant. Switch. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Check the hot read. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's coming. Double up. We're going to 53.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott yet again. And finding Keelan Cole. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Great, great. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
That's it. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get this. Get this. Gun, gun. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, here's Newton. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 2nd and 10, Prescott, and that one almost intercepted. far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
We got 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And again, it's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. Lights 59.
To the air again, Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Tight dog. Express! Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 20. Mike's 5-4.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check 37. 20. Deuce.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Gun. 54.
They'll try the air now with Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You got it.
Brings up third and
10.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Kill.
Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.